Hey guys, X here, and today we're going to bring you a deck profile on Regalia Genesis. Okay, that's right. So set 8 came out like 2 weeks ago, and I'm still kind of missing some cards. Well, not cards. I'm missing strides for Gold Paladins and Grand Blue. Grand Blues are like $20 a piece, and I need 4 still. And I can't find Glorious Reigning Dragon anywhere, so we're going to start with one of the first decks I finished from this set, which is Genesis Regalia. So, Regalia got like 3 cards in this new set. 1 Stride, 1 Grade 3, and 1 Grade 1. So the deck hasn't changed much, but there are a few minor changes to it from like the last time I did the deck profile. So yeah. So, starting with starting Vanguard, that actually changed. We're starting off with Lading now. Lading skill Generation Break 1, put into Soul. When the card gets Soul Blasted out from an effect, or like Soul Blasted out from your Soul to a drop zone, you can actually call one of those cards to your rear guard for free. Good card. I don't run the Legion starter anymore because it's kind of slow, and but this deck now, you actually don't Legion until like late game, and people can pop off your starter anyways. So, so he's a pretty good card. Myself, when you Soul Blast out for either when you Soul Blast for Yggdrasil or Earth, then you can just call something for free. So yeah, Lading, one of. Grade 3s. We run 4 of the new Grade 3 that came out in this set. Regalia of Present Age, Verthandi? Verthandi. Okay, close enough. Whatever. So yeah, she's the new card, and she actually has a Stride Break skill. I think people call it that, Stride Break, or when you stride on top of it, skill activates. Yeah. So our first skill is act once per turn. Soul Blast 3, and this is not Generation Break restricted, so you can do it whenever you want. You Soul Blast 3 Regalia cards, then you choose up to 3 units in your front row, so if you have a full front row, then your front row gets the skill. And until end turn, you get the skill. When their attack hits, you get to look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put 1 card into your hand, and put the rest into your soul. This is actually a pretty good skill, even though it's on hit. It gives on hit pressure, and you're basically getting a +1 into hand when you hit, and you're putting whatever else you want in your soul. So your ideal soul charge would be either Norn, Hepris, or the stand trigger Arclus. I think that's how you say his name. I don't know, just call it the stand trigger. So yeah, not a bad card, not Generation Break restricted, so if you go first and you just manage to somehow soul charge 3 Regalia cards, which shouldn't be a problem since most of the cards in his decks are Regalia. And yeah, you got some on hit pressure. And if you hit, you get a +1. And you get 1 into your soul. So yeah, second skill is her Stride Break skill, but it's restricted to Regalia strides only. So during the turn when your Regalia G unit strides on top of her, the Vanguard gets the skill that whenever you put a card into your soul, choose up to 3 units with Regalia in the front row, and it gets plus 1k until end of turn. So 1k for every card you soul charge, pretty good. Front row, restricted, but it's kind of tough because Regalia doesn't really have a good like early game, so you won't have like a rear guard, like a front row rear guard out per se that often. But at least you can still but at least she can still buff the Vanguard, so that's pretty good. So yeah, overall pretty good card. You honestly, this would be your first Grade 3 ride, and you're going to stay on top of her. You're going to stay on her till like late game. Then you can go on to the next Grade 3, which is Yggdrasil. Let's say hi to the SB once more. Hi SB. Yeah. So yeah, Yggdrasil. Overwatch is a good card. Still, even though Legion is kind of slow. Yeah. So yeah, but you'll be on her first, and then once you know you can kill your opponent in the later game, you can ride her and then Legion. And her skill is Soul Blast 6. When you're in Legion and you attack the Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, you get +1 critical, and your opponent can't guard with grade 1s or higher. So Glory skill, not as scary now because of the whole G Guardian thing, but still, if you're forcing G Guardians out of their hands, and then if you still haven't managed to have enough soul, you can do it the next turn if you live next turn. And then her other skill that if you have another unit in the middle column, she gets 3k. So on her own on Legion 23k attacker, so not too bad. So yeah, but again, she is going to be your late game because you'll be on her first to try to build soul, and then you do use Yggdrasil to finish off your opponent. Grade 2s, 4 Norns, self-explanatory. Norn is the mate to Yggdrasil, and her skill, when she's soul blasted out, your Vanguard gets +5. Stupid good. That's still there. Next for Chimera, soul charge from the drop zone, good card. Nothing much else to say. Again, these two cards have been in the deck for a while. Lastly, this is up to 4 now. Before I ran it at 3, but now I put it to 4 because she's honestly a good card, and I want to, because of her, I want to have more, have at least some other options for rear guards. Yeah. When she's soul blasted out, your Vanguard gets the skill that when your Vanguard hits, you get to retire a unit, and I believe it's stacked. So if you soul blast 2, you get to retire 2 if you hit. So yeah, and yeah, that's all for the other grade 2s. As you can see, they're all like 9k bodies, but honestly, all these grade 2s are kind of essential for Regalia deck. You can try to run Jupiter, which is the 12k attacker, but she doesn't have Regalia in the name, so that kind of hurts a bit. So yeah, I think like so essentially like these 3 grade 2s are like the only cards I believe you should be running for this deck. Grade 1s, 4 Pure Angel. No, not Pure. That's a different card. Shiny Angel. Basically grade 2 version of Chimera. When it's called to rear guard, I didn't even explain her skill, but called to rear guard, you take 3 Regalia cards from your drop zone, put them to your soul, so you're cycling, which is what you want to do. Yeah, so 4. Next age, Regalia Scold. She's the new grade 1 from the new set. Skill is when at the end of the turn, when you put at the end of the turn when your Vanguard with Regalia's name, and you soul blast at least 3 cards from your soul to the drop zone. You can put 3 normal Regalia units into the bottom of your deck. If you do, you can draw a card and you soul charge 1. So, not a bad card. Helps you put back, well, you're putting back normal units, which should probably be like great. Like probably for me, I'll probably put in Yggdrasil so I can re-legion again if I have to prevent deck out. I guess Chimera and Shiny Angels, I can have those. I can recycle the soul charge from drop zone. Other than that, it's an alright card. You can even put it at 2. I think some people run this at 2, but it's totally up to you. 2 stride enablers because you want to stride. You're going to be on Reflandi first, so you want to stride and proc skills. You can actually push this. You can actually take almost now put this at 3. It's totally up to you. I actually might do that because I find myself when I was playing with this deck, I find myself like wanting to stride but don't have a stride enabler, so that could change. Next 2 perfect guards because I'm a little scaredy cat when it comes to Vanguard attacks. So yeah, the normal perfect guards too, because honestly this deck doesn't counterblast a lot. Like it barely counterblasts. You're like all your strides don't counterblast except for Earth. Yeah, you don't counterblast much in this deck, so you don't really need the unflipping perfect guards. So yeah, 2 perfect guards fine. One quintet wall, because again, like I said, this deck doesn't counterblast a lot, so you don't have to worry about counterblasting in this deck. And then you're also putting cards into your drop zone, like 5 cards in your drop zone, which gives you options for Shiny Angel and Chimera. So you have like options to soul charge. And then finally, my one tech of Secret Elise. She's She is fun. She is fun to use. I actually might want to add another one if I can find another one of her. But yeah, she's really good to use. So she's technically a quintet wall. Technically, so when she's put to the guardian circle, you can soul blast like as many cards as you want. Then you check top check top of deck the same amount of cards you soul blast. So if you soul blasted 4 cards with her, you check top 4. Soul blast 5, you check top 5. Yeah. So you're wondering, oh, but that's it. That's not really that great, I guess. Except for like adding more options for Homera and Shiny Angel, but we go back to Norn, and where's that stand trigger? And we go back to the stand trigger. Their skill is that whenever they're soul blasted out from your soul to drop zone, your Vanguard you choose a Regalia Vanguard, and they get plus 5k to end of turn. This skill is not restricted to just your turn. So if you have like a whole bunch of these cards in your soul, and then you guard with Elise, you can soul blast these cards out. Give your if you soul blast like 4 of these cards out, you're giving your Vanguard plus 20k until the end of your opponent's next turn, which is stupid enough and a really good like defensive kind of technique to use when you're guarding. And again, it's until the end of the turn. So your opponent, if like your opponent attacks your Vanguard first, and you essentially just use this and then soul blast at like 6, you're getting plus 30k to your Vanguard, then plus whatever shield value you want to get from checking the top 6 cards of your deck. So yeah, really good card. I'm tempted to push her up to 2, but the deck out is kind of real though, so I think I'll just leave it like that for now. Trigger lineup. 8 crits, 4 Regalia crits, 4 of Kurihime, because Mario clone. 4 stands, essentially Norn clone. I think I just explained it with the Elise card. And then 4 heals because G Guardian, and heals are heals. Bye bye computer. Computer went to sleep. Okay, on to the G zone. First, 4 prehistoric Regalia Earth. Yeah. So her skill basically combos off with Rothandi's skill. So basically, when she's placed on the Vanguard circle, you can Counter Blast 1 and Persona Flip a copy of her. You go to your drop zone, take out all the cards in your drop zone with Regalia in his name, and put it into your soul. That is stupid. And combo off with her skill. Every card you put into your soul gets plus 1k for every card you soul charge. So if you have like 20 cards with Regalia, if you soul charge 20 cards with Regalia name in your drop zone, you're essentially giving your front row plus 20k, which is what? So yeah, she's a fun card. And then her other skill, and then it's still the same skill. So then if you have 2 or more Regalia G units face up in your G zone, she gains the Axe skill. Soul Blast 6, she gets plus 10k and a crit. And this is not once per turn. That's fun. Only problem is perfect guardable. Otherwise, if you manage to have like 2 rear guards right in front, and you like soul charge a shot ton, then your front row is getting plus who knows how many if you soul charge a lot of cards. And then she's a fun card. Her skill is pretty dope, even though it is perfect guardable, but otherwise, yeah, she's there. Next, 2 Dementors. She's honestly your first try for this deck. When she attacks, Counter Blast 1. For every heart with Regalia's name, you soul charge 3 and unflip 1. So if you're in Legion, you can soul charge 6 and unflip 2. So yeah, again, so basically, if you only have 1 heart, her Counter Blast means nothing. Again, you don't Counter Blast much in this deck. Again, she like just Counter Blast 1. So yeah. Otherwise, yeah, she's honestly gonna be your first stride when you're on Verthandi, or even Yggdrasil when you if you have to ready Yggdrasil. So yeah. Next, 4 Vandeganders. who doesn't want to look into the future? Soul Blast 6 Persona Flip. When you can attack after your opponent guards, you check the top 4. Before your drive check, you check the top 4 cards of your deck. Rearrange them however you want. Put them on top, bottom. Who cares? You're looking into the future. You can sack triggers. So yeah, fun. Though you won't be able to get like any skill off of her because you need to stride onto a Regalia G unit. He's not Regalia G unit, so you won't proc off of her much. So yeah, but still, looking into the future is a fun thing to do. Next 2 G units I don't actually find myself using. So I run 1 Doombrace and 1 Tier. Honestly, I honestly don't use these 2 as much as the rest of the G units here. So honestly, I could just add like, you can do whatever with these 2 space. I just added these 2 just cause he's there for plus 5k, not too bad. He's there just to soul charge, though I might actually want to take him out because I don't want to frequently deck out with using his skill, since I already have like Shiny Angel and Chimera to do the soul charging with drop zone. So yeah, so these 2 spots can change. And G Guardians, 3 Iris because I love Chimera and Shiny Angel clones. Plus 5k shield when you soul charge 3 from your drop zone, and then 1 Hana. Oh no, yeah, no, boy, she's not Regalia. So Hana Tatsuki. If you have she's a new G Guardian for Genesis. Skill is that when you place on your Guardian Circle, choose one of your rear guards. If you have a copy of it in your soul, she becomes a 25k shield. I actually want to bump her up to 2 because I like her skill. I just need to find another one now. But yeah, really good, very situational. If you make sure you gotta have like the rear guard. With Regalia, it's gonna be kind of hard because I find myself not having much of a field unless I end up guarding my rear guards. Other than that, it's very the 25k shield does come in handy, and then Iris for the recycling soul charge from drop zone. And yeah, that essentially is it for the deck profile. Again, Regalia got good support. It won't it's not gonna like do anything. It's not gonna be like the next meta thing, obviously, but it made the deck a lot more fun for me as when I played it. So yeah. So anyways, that is it for the deck profile. I'm just saying things again. Yeah. If you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully it'll either be Fenrir or Pale Moon. One of those 2 decks will be next. Anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.